What is up, Scrub Fam? We are back. It is time for Series 9. It is time to continue focusing on deck building going into the Series 9. And today, I'm here to talk about a deck profile featuring the leader that you guys know and love that has taken over this format by storm, and that is Surgeku. So everyone's familiar with Surgeku, and everyone's familiar with the different Surgeku variants. You have the red-yellow version that, played by Joey Palladino. You have the three-color version with blue that was played by Justin Rios to a second-place finish, and then Rob Reese, first-place finish at the event prior in Chicago. And today we're talking about how in Series 9, green potentially is the way to go. And the reason why is because the powerful effects you get from going green now. So you're going to be trading your defensive abilities for offensive abilities. But before we get started, let me go ahead and give a shout out to Alec Pastrana, Bearded Collectibles, best shop owner on the planet. If you're looking to get your sealed product for Series 9 and beyond, make sure you go through beardcollectibles.com. All the great prices as well as great deals and customer service. Make sure you go through Bearded Collectibles for your sealed product moving forward. So today we're going to talk about what green adds to Surgeku. So first things first, you can look at the slide we're looking at now. So everyone knows how crucial SS Broly All Out Assault has become. The card is one of the most important game-breaking cards in the format, just due to the fact that it's a powerful rival effect. So number one, when you arrival into play, you can either choose one battle card that is greater than or equal to cost to your opponent's energy and KO it, or you can draw one card and then choose up to one of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. Both effects here are incredibly impactful. If you're ever playing against aggressive strategy, we know that everyone's going to be trying to cheat stuff out, especially if you talk about Arrival, if you talk about Successor engines, if you talk about anything. SS Broly All Out Assault kind of stomps that out and tends to make games go a lot longer than they should. Next card, Krillin and Android 18 Power Couple. Card is fantastic. Had a breakout weekend. Andrew Duvall had a great performance with this card for a couple reasons. So number one, you have the ability when you arrival it to make your opponent discard one card, or choose a keyword skill on one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and negate it for the duration of the turn. So your opponent's going in on you with double strike, triple strike. They have an activate effect. They have a keyword skill that you want to get rid of. Power Couple allows you to do that. Great defensive card. Next thing, Vegeta the Cruel. Everyone knows and loves this card. It's probably the best battle card counterplay in the game aside from Ultra Instinct Son Goku. Especially with the early game, you're going to want to play this card versus Champa the Trickster, so Vegeta the Cruel is a great add. And then now we have the main reason why you want to start looking into green is because now you get these amazing payoffs for going into green, and that's through the Successor engine. So the two cards that I have highlighted today, both of them are Super 17 and then SS2 Son Gohan Wounded Victor. Both of them, what's special about them is they only have a 3 energy requirement, which is a big deal. Because if you look at all the Surgeku decks that are popular, the reason why they're so popular is because they have the ability to spend a small amount of energy on their turns and mostly play the game during the opponent's turn. And both of these Successor effects only require 3 energy in order to make it happen. So this deck is going to be built around resolving either the A-Drop, SS2 Son Gohan Wounded Victor, which is a 30k triple striker, and then when you combo, once per turn, when this card attacks, choose up to one yellow Son Goku card in your drop area and combo it with this card. So that's supposed to mint to combo with the Goku from the starter deck that just untaps this card. So basically it's like you have a dual attack triple striker, all for 3 energy, 30k, and then the other card is Super 17 Hellstorms Unleashed. When you play this card, choose cards in your opponent's life and place them in the drop area until they only have 4 life. Very powerful effect. If you're looking to try and close out a game or get the opponent to feel the pressure, Super 17 does that. 30k has this awesome auto when it comes into play. It's also critical, and when this card's attacked, you draw one card, then choose up to 2 of your opponent's cards and switch them to rest mode. So, let's say your opponent is hoping to stay alive with multiple negates or stay alive with multiple counters. Super 17 Hellstorms Unleashed just allows you to go for game really easily just by attacking. So, you attack it and clear the way for whatever your opponent might have, and then now you have a 30k critical coming in at your opponent's face. Right? Yeah, big attacker coming in at your opponent's face, and then your opponent's going to have to deal with it. So, again, this is the reason why you want to go green. So, let's go ahead and jump into the deck list itself. So, the deck list are yellow cards. We're playing 2 Flying Nimbus, one of the best negates in the game. 2 Champa the Trickster. We're playing 3 Grade 8 Bardock, Raider's Warcry. We're playing 2 SS Son Goku Valiant Breakthrough. And then we're also going to be playing 2 of the Swift Retaliation Cooler. That's going to be our way to kind of counter which is incredibly important, especially since we are playing some mirrors and we are playing some further instruction champas that can come with your leader, another battle card attack to go for game. And we're playing 3 copies of Great Ape Son Goku Saiyan Instincts. Card is just a staple when it comes to Surgeku, since you're going to be able to put cards in your drop area. Also, these cards have really cool synergy with Dr. Gero, Progenitor of Terror. If you super combo with this card, you can search your deck for a card that costs 4 or less green and yellow card, put it in your drop area. So you can either get the SS Son Goku Valiant Breakthrough when you're trying to do your big play with the Gohan, or you can just get one of the Great Ape Son Goku Saiyan Instincts out of your deck, so it's just one less card that you're going to be able to draw throughout the course of the game. So very impactful effect from that super combo and just those cards in general. We are playing a red package, which consists of 4 Topo Righteous Aids, best negate in the game, arguably, 3 Exploiting Weakness, best counterplay in the game, arguably. We're playing 1 Battle to the Death. Card is just very niche, very good. If you get it in your opener, you can make sure you have access to red and yellow energy for the duration of the game, so it's important to play a copy of this card in your deck. Also, it just has the ability to kill a barrier threat and help you awaken, and then 2 further instruction champas. So I'm still messing around with the red ratios. So far, 10 has been enough in all the games that I've played to make sure I can awaken on time, as well as have something to charge and cards to play. But as you tweak this list, play around with it, make sure to keep that in mind. You might want to change that. Green cards, 4 Vegeta the Cruel, of course, best counterplay in the early game. 2 Son Gohan, Master and Pupil, easy way to awaken your leader. Also, magic number is 3, so that goes along with the other counterplays that you play, and also goes along with your SS Broly Out Assault to make sure you have that Successor 9, so you're able to get to 9 and then pay your 3 energy so you can play Super 17. For green cards, we're also playing Piccolo Assimilated Ability. Again, important, it's a 4, so combine this with your Great Ape Bardock, combine this with your Krillin and Android 18 power couple, and you're going to be able to Successor into Gohan relatively easily. So, again, green generically good cards, yellow generically good cards, red generically great cards. Our multicolor cards, we're playing 3 Anilaza, just the check land. We're only playing 3 due to space and have to reduce the amount of 10Ks in the deck, and you really only want to see this card every so often. We're playing 2 Progenitor of Terror super combo, as I mentioned before. We're also playing 4 SS Broly Out Assault, probably the best rival card in the game. And then we're playing 2 Krillin and Android 18 power couple. Incredibly good card, strong card, it costs 4, goes with our Successor engine, works perfectly. We're playing 2 SS2 Son Gohan Wounded Victor, and we're playing 2 Super 17 Hellstorm Unleashed. Major reason why we're only playing 2 and 2 of these is because, number 1, they're high-costed cards. So they do require us to use the Successor package to make these plays, and so since they are relatively situational, you don't want to play too many, because if you play too many, you're going to be glutted down, bogged down, and sometimes you're only going to be able to resolve 1 of these per game, so you really don't need to invest that many copies of those cards in your deck itself. Instead, you should be focusing on just making your deck all around just good and have the tools to be able to activate Successor, and then have Successor kind of as like that cherry on top for you. So, as I mentioned before, we have 2 Successor payoffs. SS2 Son Gohan, you can do it via Great Ape Bardock, Power Couple, and Piccolo. Super 17, you can do it via Son Gohan, Master and Pupil, Vegeta the Cruel, Choppa the Trickster, Cooler, and SS Broly All Assault. And then the biggest thing, like I said before, both these Successor cards, energy requirements, is just 3 energy. Really cheap, which is exactly where this deck wants to be as it goes into the mid-game and later parts of the game, because it just gets to be more energy efficient than the opponent is, which really is more energy for defense, defensive arrival, defensive combo, ability to use your Saiyan Instincts out of the drop area. Overall, just very strong. I mentioned the super combo as well, like I said, the synergy with Great Ape Son Goku, as well as SS Son Goku Valiant Breakthrough, along with the easy access to arrival for your Broly, for your Krillin. And then, of course, we have, like I said, the Red Splash for Awakening, Topo, and Exploiting Weakness. Overall, I've been able to play a pretty significant amount of games with the deck list so far, and I continue to tweak it as we move forward. But I really think that, number 1, Surgeku is just generically one of the best leaders in the game. And then his decks just consist of arguably the best cards in the game. And so now you get to just take this fresh new mechanic, Successor, and really kind of stretch your legs, because you're going to have the forgiveness of playing Surgeku combined with just the raw power of these cards, and oftentimes you're going to be able to piece together a lot of wins, and you're going to be able to do a lot of powerful things. I mean, there's sometimes you'll just steal games because you're just going to get an early SS2 Son Gohan Wounded Victor, and you're just going to have that like dual attack triple striker on the board, just threatening your opponent early, combined with your Great Ape Bardocks that you're getting to put pressure on with early. And that's another thing too, is this deck's ability to kind of switch roles when it starts to build its board and being able to swing with those 4 drops first, then sacking them to Successor, and then having that 30k triple striker, or the same thing with, you know, swinging with your 15ks and swinging with your Broly, and then sacking them to Super 17. Just the deck has a lot of raw power now, and I think that's the biggest trade-off. So you're going to be trading those defensive abilities that you had with blue for just more raw card power and raw power in general with green. So anyways, I'm excited to see how this archetype takes shape. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of nice to take a popular leader now and kind of put it in the set 9 environment and see how it does. And so I'm looking forward to see what brews you guys come up with. I'll go ahead and make sure I put the link down to the deck from Shenron's layer below in the description, so you can just access that if you don't want to watch the video. And again, if you're looking to get your product, make sure you go through Bearded Collectibles. And if you're looking to step up your game day by day, a moment by moment, you can just subscribe to our Patreon for $1 a month. You get access to all articles that are listed on the Patreon page. Not only that, but if you want to do the $3 tier, which is our most popular tier, you have the ability not only to have all access to all content we post, but you get access to the best Discord server in the Dragon Ball Super community. We have over, 300 members in that group itself that are just, a hive mind that just talk all day about the game. So if you're looking for like-minded individuals who are looking to succeed, pair up with us at 3XG Productions, join the $3 tier, get in our Discord, and just make the most of it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you for subscribing to the content. And if you want to share this video, please do. And if you would like to tell someone to subscribe, please do. Okay, thanks. Bye!